crazy this weekend. It's been for me. It's been crazy this weekend in the cruise industry. Several incidents have happened. Bad weather. We've had ships getting diverted. We've had, unfortunately, the death of a couple of crew members on one cruise line. So let's get in here and chat about it on this Sunday morning here from the ship. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Carlene. My channel is C with C. I do a lot of solo cruising in general. Hi, Janelle. Welcome in. Our good channel member, Janelle, is here. Janelle, is the sound okay? So we got Janelle in the house. I'm just here having coffee on the Lido deck. We finally got some good weather, so I am actually I'm gonna hold my microphone because I don't want to be too loud and rude. Hello, thank you for the thumbs up. Welcome in, two people. So yeah, we finally got some good weather. I guess I'll start from the beginning and talk about what's been going on. And I have my morning coffee. Thank you, Janelle. Never know sometimes with these microphones. Hey, hey, YOLO. Hope all is well with you and your family. Good to see you here in the chat. No worries, Janelle. What is it called? The autocorrect police tend to get me too. Welcome in, MH Family Adventures. I hope you all are enjoying your cruise, or you're enjoying your family cruise, or your princess cruise. Marilyn Mel Tibbs is here. Miss Penny is saying good morning with the Disney. Is that the Disney Wish with the Disney Cruise background? Welcome in, 14 people. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about, it's been a crazy weekend here in the cruise industry. And I was just going to hit on some things. So let's see. Friday, I knew when I got on this ship that we were going to encounter bad weather in Nassau. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my sunglasses. Oh, my sunglasses are right here. Just because I can't remember if I'm going to look at the camera or not. Hello, 14 people. So, yeah, we got on the ship we boarded the ship on Thursday. So let's start with Thursday. So Thursday, we were in Port Canaveral alongside of Carnival Freedom, which you all know I have posted a video. Let me get my dead cat on because I can hear the wind picking up. I did not do a good job of setting this one up before starting. Hang in there, 14 people. All right, we can get the windbreaker on here. The wind just started picking up, but I don't want the audio to mess up. Okay. My son loves Carnival. I told him about Freedom Will Tell Catching on Fire again. So yeah, let's start with that, Janelle. So yeah, I was in Port Canaveral on we left here on the 21st, and the only ship that was in Port Canaveral was Carnival Freedom. And it's interesting because I have clients on Carnival Freedom who are having their spring break cruise, family of 4. Shout out to them if they're watching. They were actually the ones who gave me the footage of the whale tail from the Lido deck that was on fire. So if you saw my stories or my short that I posted, that was from the family that I have on board. And you know what, booking them, I was a little hesitant, but I was like, surely this can't happen again. You know, it went all the way to Europe for dry dock. Who would have thought the damn thing would have caught on fire again, child? So, but it was funny because I was sitting here. I'm on the Parkers on the Go group cruise. Hi, Destination Fun. Welcome in. And sorry if I'm not keeping up with the chat too much because I am like laid back here in this chair. I got this lovely like Adirondack chair. I think that's what it's called. And a sea view, and I am comfy. So I'm here on the Parkers Family Group Cruise, and I was telling Siobhan, I was like, you know, the Carnival Freedom, like, it's kind of like, good morning, Adrian. I was like, the Carnival Freedoms look like it has a lot of smoke, you know? And I was kind of like, is that normal? So that was how it started on Thursday. All right, then Friday we were in CocoCay, and we were having a good time in the pool. I was able to catch Hideout. Now, I will say, welcome in 16 people. Thank you for those 9 thumbs up. We can get the thumbs up to get this information out here. We just have a little cute coffee chat this morning talking about the shenanigans that's been going on in the cruise industry. A lot of breaking headlines going on over this weekend. So anywho, we made it to CocoCay. Sydney says, good morning, see in chat. Happy Sunday. Just saw your comment. They're rusting the pool. We can talk about that too. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hit okay, Miss Sydney, remind me to talk about the rust in the pools here in Maryland. So anywho, got to Hideaway Bay. It was cool to see that. I will give you all a tip of caution not to do what I did. When I got to Hideaway Bay, I was so excited. I saw a tram. I jumped on the wrong tram. So there are, whenever you all go to Hideaway Bay, let's start with, I need Royal to make Hideaway Bay free. The Hideaway Bay went from $42 what I paid for Thanksgiving to We got on that thing for, and shout out to Yolo, she's still in the chat, for $33, who was putting out the like, hey guys, the price keeps dropping. I'm like, if you're gonna have it for $33, just give it to the girls for free. But I enjoyed the Hideaway Beach area. It's bigger than how people were capturing on Icon. Icon, I couldn't tell from the footage, but like that is a big adults only space that they found in the Hideaway. So I enjoyed it. They definitely nailed it on the head with the heated pool. So I had a good time. I will say that, like, even with Mariner and Icon, the Seas was in port with us. Even with Mariner and Icon, it was not crowded at all. At first, I kind of had a little bit of an attitude because you only could hear music on one side. However, I think that's by design, one side of Hideaway Bay. But I think that's by design to get everyone to pool near the DJ booth. And I think that creates like almost a in-pool dance floor. So as the day kept progressing, it was like almost like a nightclub in front of the DJ booth. I don't know how to explain, like a day party in the pool. So at first I was like, oh, they need more speakers. But then when I saw the concept kind of come together, I was like, this makes sense to put the big speakers right in front of the DJ booth. Good morning, Melina. Hi. It makes sense to put the big speakers in front of the DJ booth because it attracts everyone to come together. And I think it was probably like about 25 to 30 people dancing in front of the DJ booth in the pool. So it was a good time. So anyway, and I will say the finest of the fine bartenders. It was like Royal Caribbean was like, okay, who are we gonna put over here in Hideaway? And it was the men. When I say Winston, the men were cute. Okay, what is Janelle says the variable pricing is what gets under my skin. The price should be, but my thing is, Janelle, I'm like, if you are gonna give me, if it's gonna be $33, why charge anybody? Only thing I can think is, yes, Miss Cindy, they were fine. The bartenders. I'll come back to that point. Yeah, in my head, if you're gonna charge $33, why do it? Only thing I can think of is maybe like crowd and crazy control, but it still got crazy. If you watch Parker's on the Go's video where the lady climbed up on the lifeguard stand and then told the other lifeguard to kiss her butt when he asked her to get down, and that wasn't even with a full pool. So I don't know. I just don't feel like they should charge for Hideaway. But I can see how they can like maybe try to steer away the rowdy like 21-year-olds. I don't know, but it just didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like there's a need. If you just want to say 21 and up, that should do it. But maybe not. I don't know. My degree wasn't in marketing. I just have ideas. So anyway, back to the fine bartenders. Yes, Hideaway. They had plenty of bartenders. Never had a long wait. And I think they gave us a little eye candy out there. So anywho, we were in the pool enjoying ourselves. We found like a little swim up table. So this is that was crazy. Then what if she would have failed, or what if she would have tipped the lifeguard stand over on her? So both of them are injured. She was having a little too much fun. She started with dancing on like the little ledge, and then the crowd was hyping her up, and then next thing I know, she was climbing up the lifeguard stand. But the issue was, it wasn't that she just climbed up the lifeguard stand. He was asking her to get down. You know, one, it was dangerous in a couple ways. He lost sight of the pool. Another lifeguard had to come over to assist him. So now that lifeguard is off their post. You know, a lot can happen with your eyes off the pool. And then when they, were kindly asking her to get down, for you to turn around and like smack your butt in like a kiss my ass gesture, I was like, she gotta go. But they just reprimanded her. I was kind of like cheering her on. Then I got a little disappointed that she like told the man kiss her butt. But anywho, but it seemed like they pulled her to the side of the pool. They reprimanded her. They allowed her to keep going with the fun. So anywho, we were sitting there, in the pool having a good time. We weren't supposed to be back on board until like 4:30. About 3:30. They announced on the intercom, which I'm happy to know that if you're at least on a private island, I don't know how they would have executed this if they were in like another port. Like let's say we were in Nassau, they probably would have sent like text messages and emails. I know Carnival Magic recently had a situation where they had to leave some people in Ocho Rios and then drive over to Montego Bay because weather conditions deteriorated quickly. But about 3:30, they got on the intercom, and I caught this on my stories a little bit. And we're like, hi guests, we kindly, for the safety of our on island staff. So Royal does have staff who stay on the island just to be ready for ships every day. And then of course they have people who come on and off the ship. And then of course passengers. So they got on announcements and were like, hey, for the safety of passengers and the crew who live on island, We are going to ask all guests to be back on the ship 30 minutes early, and you could just see the weather conditions were starting to deteriorate, big word. Um, and, so at that point, I was kind of like, I ain't about to stay these 30 more minutes. My butt is going to get back on the ship. So, I think I laid down in my room, and then the captain comes on. So I'm like, okay, if the captain comes on the intercom in your room, this is about to be a real big deal. Welcome in, 26 people, and thank you for those 15 thumbs up. If you just, as you come in, hit the thumbs up, so we can get this, cruise news bit out a little bit. We're just talking about the shenanigans of all the cruise lines this weekend. So anyway, I was taking a nap, and then the captain came on in our cabins, and they were like, he just basically like, we're going to expect to have bumpy weather. There's supposed to be gale force winds, all this stuff. I would have never known. So they did a great job navigating. Okay, I'm gonna get in the chat and then finish this up. 1 second. Let's go up a little bit. Post hello. So Miss Sydney, I think was the last person I saw, was saying, happy Sunday. Just saw your comment about the rest in the pool. People still enjoying on that royal post about the OBC refunds cutting the cruise ship short. Onboard credit. Okay, let me read this right. Happy Sunday. Just saw your comment. There's rest in the pool, but people are still enjoying it. On the royal post about the onboard credit refunds cutting the cruise short. So I know, there's a couple spots, and I noticed across different pools. This Mariner of the Seas has a couple of unique spaces. So it has an outdoor solarium versus an indoor solarium, and of course the other pools. But I've been noticing like there are like big rust stains inside of the pools, and I just laugh because there's so much talk about like certain cruise lines, particularly Carnival, like, oh, these are rust buckets. I think every cruise line has its rust bucket, and every cruise line has its premier ship. And sometimes people can afford those multiple $1,000 trips, and some people are like, hey, I just want to get away for $700. I paid $741 for this cruise for a 4-day. And at the rate I cruise, I can't keep doing multiple $1,000 cruises. Sometimes I got to slip in an $800 cruise, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's a couple of rust spots. I'm gonna see if I can catch them on camera, maybe later in the day whenever the pool's kind of empty, not to freak anybody out too much about the recording. But it definitely has its nice spots, and there's definitely a couple little rusty spots. But I'm like, hey, guess what? When you're out in the ocean and these boats are subjected to the elements and water, guess what they're gonna have? Rust. So yeah, I don't think it's stopping anybody's vacation, but it definitely caught my eye, since our girl Carnival gets the flack for a lot of stuff. But I'm like, everybody got their little rusty situations here and there. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Cindy. And then the onboard credit one, I don't know what that was about, the onboard credit for cutting the cruise ports, but I do know. What was I about to say? There were after the captain told us what, we were supposed to expect choppy waters. We didn't expect choppy waters, but the cruise director, one of the people in our group, Liam, who you often see in the chat, Liam said that he went to a show that evening, and the cruise director said there were 23 ships diverted. 23 ships diverted that evening because of the storms near Bahamas. And as you can see now, he found perfect weather. And I think they're just basically doing a good job of navigating around. We didn't catch a whole bunch of bumps either. I thought it was going to get too rocky. It never got like crazy or anything. So shout out to our captain. He a little bit of a G too, because he was like, after he made his announcement, he was like, captain out. I was like, I like him. He's spicy. Okay, thank you for Miss Cindy for that comment. I appreciate you. Janelle says, okay, that was talking about Hideaway. Miss Sydney says, what if she wanted to fail? She was suing. Six says, drowning dangers can happen in a split second. She was very wrong for that. I don't understand why she wasn't put out. Girl, I thought it was, I can get I could get the climbing up on I don't even get that, but I got, I got a little drunk and I'm climbing up on the lifeguard stand. But then when the lifeguard who came to assist the other lifeguard, because the one lifeguard, he couldn't get she was like all in his face, and he couldn't get her off of him, so another guard came to assist. And when she told that other guard to kiss my butt, that was time to go. But I will say security popped out immediately. That one lifeguard who was disrespected handled it very well, because he was a brother. He handled it very well. He didn't go back and forth with her. As soon as she gave the kiss my butt gesture, and I'm not sure if that's what she said to him, but when you kind of do like this, in my head it means kiss my ass. But He handled it very well. He stopped engaging with her. He immediately got security, and then security popped out and tracked her across the pool, and then gestured her over. But they didn't make her get out. But I'm like, a lot of things could have went wrong in those split seconds of her shenanigans. I also noticed that, and I think this is something Siobhan. Hey, Philly D. Afternoon from the UK. Hey, Cruise Life, welcome in. Something that Siobhan and Brandon mentioned was they weren't serving shots at Hideaway. Not that I was trying to take a shot, but they had made me a really weak drink. I didn't pick up on it until Liam was actually trying to buy shots. So I had asked them to my drink he had made. One of my drinks he made was like a little weak. So I went back to went back to the bar, and I was like, hey, can you give me a shot of rum? I want to add it to my drink. And he was like, no, bring your drink over here. I was like, okay, didn't think much of it or whatever. I was like, you could have just, I got the drink package in my head. But, don't argue with people because there's a method to the madness. So, just let it go. So I was like, okay, cool. I brought my drink back to him. He added a shot kindly, not a big deal. So then Liam went to try to buy shots, and they told him no. And it seems like it possibly might be a thing where they don't offer shots in Hideaway. And again, that lady's behavior of climbing up on that lifeguard stand, I get why the girls might not be able to have shots in Hideaway Bay. Because yes, it might be only 3 feet 6 inches deep, but that's enough water to drown. So, hey, Parks on the go, welcome in. Who we got here? Going back up. Yep, so crap can happen in less than 66 seconds. Ooh, too many S's. I love cruising around. Hey, Miranda. She says, hey, seeing everyone. I'm driving and listening. Are you likening Mariner of the Seas? Yeah, it's a cool ship. I'm kind of a girl that I don't have to get back on ships. I need to, most ships I can just do one and be done. This is a cool ship, but it's also a one and done ship for me. Not in a bad way. It's just I don't need to get back on this ship. But it's a nice ship. I think if I got my royal history correct, this ship had a lot of the firsts. So I believe it was the first, maybe with a promenade. Any royal loyalists correct me. But I believe it's the first ship with a promenade. What else? They have an outdoor solarium, which is different. And they still have Jamie's Italian, which we'll be able to try today for lunch. So I'm excited about that. So it's cool though for a four-day cruise. Mariner Seas is cool. A lot of people really like this ship. There are multiple people who sail this ship many times. One of my neighbors had commented on one of my posts saying that she just got off the ship. So it's cool. It's not too overwhelming like the big ships or the Oasis class. It's a good size. It's a good size for sure. The only thing I'm hearing complaints about are some people aren't in the Facebook group. Some people aren't excited about the activity offerings. For me, because I don't need a whole lot, I find it enough. But I can see how some folks who are expecting a whole lot going on might find this ship the activity is a little slow. But I'm okay with it because, your girl like to be in bed by 9 p.m., 12 a.m. the max. Liam, talk about you, Liam. Hey, Captain C, missed you at breakfast. Aw, thanks, Liam. I decided to go get coffee and hang out in the Windjammer and then come out here because, this is one of our first days with decent weather. So I'm an outdoor cruise girl, so I like to be outside in the elements. Folks are speaking. Chevron is here. Parks Ago is here. Folks saying, oh, hey, Unc. Points Bank Travels in the building. Folks are speaking. I Love Cruising Roy says, I agree. I did it back to back on there, and I love Jamie's. Okay, cool. Nice to know. I Love Cruising Royal because Jamie's is one of the unique. I think it's only a couple, 2 or 3 Jamie's throughout the fleet. They replaced it with Giovanni's, but some of the loyals like Jamie's over Giovanni's. We got a message.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Cruise Reid here. I hope you slept well last night.
So now you get to hear the activities.
The time now is 5 minutes to 10, and it's another nice day outside. We're just moving in a few circles to get the best possible weather. We can see some sunshine with a few clouds out there, so have fun on the pool day today. The small state is open with the water slides, a little bit windy in the back.
My coffee got cold. That means it's time to drink alcohol.
We do have ice skating today, so if you reserve on the water.
There's ice skating. I think this is one of the first ships to have an ice skating rink.
Get that at the reserve time you're given to avoid any delay. Make sure you're wearing socks and long pants for ice skating. We've also got cash.
I'm going to just resume after this message. 1 second.
10 o'clock this morning outside the Vancouver. For this session. And don't forget to check out your photos on deck 3 outside Studio B. A lot of you were looking gorgeous last night and took advantage of our professional photographers. You can check yourselves out right now on deck 3. Also, there's a Royal Mystery. It's one of our newest activities with Royal Caribbean. That's in Ellington's on deck 14 at 11 o'clock this morning. Then join me. I'll be hosting the men's international belly flop competition poolside at 12.
Oh, the belly flop competition is today. Liam, you should get into the belly flop competition.
Also, the Love and Marriage Game Show at Royal Playmakers Day, which I'll be hosting at 2 o'clock. Always a lot of fun. And if you're browsing through Royal Drama, they do have their clearance sale day. Lots of items up to 75%.
He has a lot of announcements. Thanks for hanging in there, 42 people. I'm just going to resume once he's done, so I'm not talking over him. He's finished.
Art auction going on in the Star Lounge 11:30. Check out the Royal App. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you after that program to ship. Bing bong.
All right. Thank you for hanging there, 42 people. I didn't want to talk over the captain, but it was also kind of cool for me to hear the messages. Okay, we were talking about Jamie's Italian being a cult classic. All right, Phil and D in the building. Hey, Phil and D, welcome in. If you all haven't been following Phil and D, on the Rio, Mexico, one of the Rios, really great series. I think collectively probably those videos have like almost 3,000 views-ish. Really cool to see them on land-based vacations. So anywho, Phil D says, it was the first class of ship to have a promenade. Okay, come on. Loyalist history. Okay, so they said it was the first class of ship to have a promenade. Since Mariner is voyage class, it would have been Voyager of the Seas. It was the first. And we got our family in the building.
That is not flattering. Hold on.
Siobhan, got Brandy here.
Hello.
Hello.
What we're going to do is crash alive.
So, yeah, so partners are hosting. Is this your second?
This is our second. Yeah.
Try to put it back this way. I don't know if y'all can see Siobhan. There we go. We're trying here.
This is our second.
So, Siobhan, this is y'all's second time on Mariner of the Seas. We were talking about the uniqueness of Mariner of the Seas in the chat. So, what do you think about this second time around on Mariner of the Seas?
I really remember this. I mean, being on this one makes me remember about why we fell in love with Mariner the first go round. Of course, they could use a little update, especially in the cabins. But the ship is very well maintained. The spaces are amazing. And I'm really enjoying the ship. I don't mind only having one port and 2 sea days. So I'm having a great time.
Yeah, Miranda was asking about that. So Miranda was asking about our port stop. So yeah, we were talking about the storm and how we got evacuated from the pool. Or they not really evacuated, it wasn't storming yet, but they were just telling us, hey y'all, like go home.
Yeah,
go home. So we ended up just having CocoCay as a port. We didn't go to Nassau. We were off the coast of Florida, like to the point that you could see the Florida coastline all yesterday. And then today they have us out somewhere in the deep blue sea. Like there's oil rigs and
we can't even see the coastline today.
yeah, so they said they're basically trying to just circle us around to get us good weather. So we're working with what we got. But yeah, it's been restful because we didn't have to get on and off the ship. So that's for sure. Who else we got? Points Blank Travel saying, hey, what's up, Brandon, Siobhan? I Love Cruising Road saying, hey, Parkers. Who else is saying, hey? Everybody saying, hey to POTG. Phil and D. Phil and D were dropping the Voyager class knowledge about this was the first class of ship to have a promenade, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
But they said Voyager of the Seas, which I thought Voyager of the Seas was a smaller ship than this.
I did too.
But we appreciate the facts because I don't know. I don't know. So who else? Liam says that they, who else? Good morning. They got the slides. They just announced that the water slides are open, which is a little bit of a breezy day. Is it usually this? When y'all cruised last March, was it this breezy?
I don't remember it being. It was super hot last March. It was not this breezy, no.
Yeah, the temps are kind of like cool, and it's been like I've been like long sleeves and shorts the whole cruise. So not the warmest, but it's a cruise. It's a cruise. Welcome in 38 people. Hit that thumbs up as you're going in. So then we were talking about the captain told us that basically he was going to try to find bright spots of weather, etc. Then later that evening, Siobhan actually found this one. Siobhan was scrolling on IG and discovered Holland America unfortunately had two engineers, crew members passed away in the engineering room. And when we saw that, we were immediately kind of like, we're basically talking about like all the crazy shenanigans of this week. It's been a tough week in cruising with just all the things that are happening with the weather. So then later that evening, we were just riding the elevator. Siobhan was just like, oh my gosh. And we were like, what happened? And Holland America had 2 employees pass away in the engineering room. And when we heard engineering room, we were like, it had to be something.
Yeah, it had to be like an explosion or something. Engineering room, it makes you think either fire, explosion, or something. A deep mechanical failure. Yeah.
G Fox in the building. Can we get a yeet, Brandon?
Yeet.
That was for you, G. Yeah, when they said under investigation, but they like to drop a little gem sometimes, even in those announcements. So when they said engineering room, we were like, unfortunately, we figured like the best case scenario, and it's not really best, but like it could be in fumes. But with that heavy equipment down there, it could be somebody get crushed, etc. But they did come out and say explosion, and they're being, investigated. And I just, prayers out to the crew, because a lot of these people are like 2-day flights away from home, So when you got people who are in the Philippines, that's like a 24-hour flight, So, prayers to their family and their loved ones, and hopefully they can get some sort of closure, because, my guess is that they were just doing their job and something crazy happened. Shout out to any passengers and crew of Holland America who were affected. When you hear about that stuff and you have any concern of humanity, it just hits your heart a little bit. Carla G is saying, oh, hey, Kristen's in the chat somewhere. Hi, Kristen. Liam's, I'm yeeting out. Trivia started. All right, Liam. Good luck in trivia, Liam. Let's see if I can turn it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get Brandon in the frame. Oh, I got everybody. Look at that. All right. Siobhan's going to have like neck pain tomorrow. This is a first.
It is a first.
I think this is the first time I ever went live and had me, Siobhan, and Brandon on camera.
Special.
Right. CMC exclusive. All your favorites on your YouTube. Welcome in, 41 people. All right, so Holland America had their situation. Yesterday, the captain found some decent weather, just to be followed by, we were in Playmakers. Oh, cool thing. Oh, is everybody okay? Somebody just fell. Baby just fell. Yeah, we heard it. Sorry. Somebody just fell on the pool deck. But anyway, we were watching at Playmakers yesterday because, of course, it's March Madness. And, since Brandon is a part of the group cruise, the games have been a big part of Brandon's the cruise situation. So we got him through Friday, but then yesterday was the Carolina game. And Playmakers exclusive. What did they do to Playmakers yesterday? Just for you, Brandon Parker.
They played a sound to the game in Playmakers, which they never do.
On all 75 TVs.
Yeah, I don't know who the Carolina fans paid, but
We were deep.
the Carolina fans were deep, and Playmakers on all of the screens had the Carolina game, and not just had all the Carolina games, but Carolina game. They played the sound in Playmakers, which if you all go to Playmakers, they don't always play the sound in Playmakers. Like, never.
Music or silence?
And then they were trolling us at first because they had the big band.
Right.
Yeah, like, apparently there was an orchestra band. They felt like it was necessary. They needed to add to the ambiance, but nobody wanted it. Nobody asked for that.
So yeah, so it was a mixture of sounds, but finally they made it up before we were able to watch the Carolina game with the sound. And as we were sitting there, another bit of news struck, which was Carnival Freedom's Whale Tail was on fire again.
That's crazy. Like, okay, it's time to go ahead and scrap that, because what's this, the third time that Whale Tail's been on fire?
I believe this says third replace something. Yeah. This something. They did. And see, the difference with this one and the last time they were in port. They were, hey, Sig! The last time they were in port. So, Brandon's not impressed that Sig is here. Surprise, surprise! So, the last time Carnival Freedom's Whale Tail caught fire was in port. What's this? Let's see. Fires. Kristen Harris says fires everywhere. The building behind me caught fire around 4:30 a.m. Kristen, that's the Lord telling you, girl, to keep moving on that, buying that house, girl. That's what that is. But yeah, the funnel caught on fire again. But this time, it did not catch fire while in port. It caught fire in the middle of the ocean when they were trying to get to. So they were supposed to go to. They got diverted to Freeport because they were also caught in the storm. So my clients on board were basically like,
Wait. I need to give you a sound bite. This is a See It With C exclusive.
"Thank you." Had to clip that and use it. So this time they were out in the ocean, and I'm like, I think that kind of what felt a little scary for me because I'm like, damn, you are like, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? So then my client was like, basically the captain tried to sail back into the wind where it was raining, so they were trying to use the wind to help extinguish a fire. It took about 2 hours to extinguish, and I know I saw this on I'm gonna give props where props due. I first saw this story broke by Jaywalk Cruises on Instagram. And he gave the update where it took about 2 hours to extinguish, and then later that day, the funnel fell to deck 10.
That's
So
my sister, Shira. That's so this.
she about to. Oh, Shiro, you cannot wrench the people on the ship. You cannot wrench the people on the ship, but that's so Jess. Yeah. So we get to meet everybody who's been in the chats this weekend. So yeah, we'll drop my book. What else people say in the chat? Folks are laughing. Kristen's gonna close her house at the end of July. Shout out to Kristen. G Fox says I'm supposed to get on there in August. Which one? Freedom? If you're getting on Carnival Freedom, I would utilize this as an opportunity to complain and try to get on another ship. I mean, I know like what's the likelihood of it happening again, but they sent it to dry dock to fix this issue. And for it to happen in less than a year and then a few months out of dry dock, it's kind of like, it might be the end of the old girl Freedom, unfortunately. Let's find another ship to put in Port Canaveral. And hey, let's build new small ships. How about that? Build new small ships because, you know, the girls in Baltimore want a good ship too. So cool. Anything else catastrophic happen?
Not catastrophic. No, I think outside of that, it's been pretty calm. But that was, those two things were probably the worst of the two. Especially the fact that the captain decided that he wanted to try to use the rain to help put out the fire of the whale-tail. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, I need y'all, all this ocean worth of water, I need y'all to use the rain and assure me. And also, I mean, again, shout out to the employees. I believe Jaywalk Cruises on Instagram reported that a couple of their ship firefighters had to get treated for smoke inhalation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was it got a little too lit on Carnival yesterday.
Not for the faint of heart.
No.
Yo, I mean, it's just you in the elements, and this boat protecting you from it. So, who was that? The Warehouse saying, "Hey, everyone, happy Sunday! Welcome in, Warehouse."
I'm also forgetting that it's Sunday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting that.
Yeah, I probably drank and cussed a little too much for it to be Sunday at 10 a.m. I was telling the story of the lady on the lifeguard stand. And I had to use the A word a couple times for effect because I essentially think that's what she told them.
Yeah, this was on a different level. Like, no, you put too many lives at danger doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Have you seen them back on the ship?
I have not seen her.
Maybe they were on Icon.
I think they were icons. I think they were. That was their last day. They ain't had nothing to lose. It was time to go home tomorrow, so they were like, I don't care.
Not the Icon cruisers cutting up.
But the one friend that was like, you know what, I ain't even with them. She tried to separate herself from them so bad. She was like,
Yeah, it was funny to watch it go down the pool because it was basically like a group of 4 women. So you had the one friend who was the one getting into trouble. You had the other girl who was like, I'm gonna stick beside the friend in trouble. Then the other 2 ladies were like, we don't know her, we don't know them. Like, you ain't about to get my good Royal Caribbean money. So so cool. What do we have planned? I don't know if anybody in the chat has any questions. Let's go to the chat. To the chat. Uh-oh. Not cursed. Freedom got something going on where, they might want to think about what's going on their ship. Somebody said, who's that lady? Me. That was Sharo. See if I missed. Going back into the chat while we were running our mouths. What's this? I see Carolina won last night, Brandon. Guess my good vibes worked.
Yeah. Nobody's night got ruined last night.
We were prepared for a full-on meltdown and tantrum. And I will also say, I mean, I don't know how you can do. Maybe Brandon could host a March Madness group cruise. However,
I was about to say.
yeah, we should have came with our brackets.
We need to go ahead and put together that March Madness group cruise because that way he can be focused on the games and everybody know what they're there for, and he ain't got to stress about nothing else. He can just go do his thing. March Madness, baby.
Because I had the honor of seeing Brandon Parker get pumped up about a game, and when I say it gets a little intense. Like, yo, I'm glad they had a 20-point lead because it was going to be all bad. The Warehouse says 3 of my faves in one spot. Oh, thank you, Warehouse. We can't wait till we all 5 of us. Right. You and China. Who else we got? Kristen said she was praying because Brandon was so serious, for sure. So, yeah, what else we got? What are we doing for today?
Jamie's. We were going to try ice skating, but it's sold out. Yeah, we were going to try it.
I wasn't trying ice skating.
That's why we're going to try. When Mama said we were crazy, why y'all wait till y'all get old to try stuff?
I had too much fun in the pool at Hideaway and, like, re-aggravated, like, an old injury. Yeah. I aggravated something that I did to my foot back in my heyday, so. But yeah, we're looking forward to Jamie's. There's been a really good band in the evenings to hang out to.
We always have dinner in the Windjammer.
Love and Marriage is at 2.
At 2?
They got an early Love and Marriage.
I don't know. Royal does it at 2, really early, and it's weird to have Love and Marriage during the day. I feel like that's a nighttime, kids in the bed, but we're going to check it out, see if it's any different.
Love and Marriage Light is happening today. Maybe they do it before people get a little too sauced.
You know what? That makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah.
I don't like it.
Because I'm learning that Royal still got a little sauce to it. Yes. Like, Royal got a little sauce to it. The sauce is different, but it's been a lot of, I'm not going to walk anywhere with shirts on. A lot of, like, woo, a lot of Bud Lights drinks. So it's just, Royal has its own type of lit.
Nobody's staying on beat karaoke.
Nobody's staying on beat.
We had to save a girl because sis tried to sing Keisha Cole's Love, and the folks in the cousins in the choir had to basically, we had to assist because I'm like, you got to find this beat, baby. You got to find this beat. Like, Kanye already did Keisha Cole wrong. We don't need you to do Keisha Cole wrong too. So.
Trying to do Whitney. I'm trying to mess Whitney up.
Yeah, and I would say karaoke has kind of been like the nightclub. It's been more people dancing on the floor in the dance floor in karaoke than what's going on in a nightclub. I also have not been up to a nightclub, but I think Liam went through.
He said, well, whack.
Yeah.
Liam says whack.
The nightclub is kind of in the jazz bar space, so I think bad vibes for that. But overall, Mariner has been cool. Who we got here? So how many cruises planned for next month? I have one.
We don't have another one until June.
And Parker's are going in June.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We might pop up. Y'all know how we do.
Never know. You never know. So yeah, and I think Siobhan, we're tied. Is this 23?
This is 23.
Siobhan and I are tied at 23 cruises.
Now I really got to make something happen because she can't pass me. Okay.
And we all, if Raquel's in the chat, we also try to catch a Raquel. That 48 cruises. I know. I don't even know what I need to do to get to 40. But shout out to that, Raquel. That's a pretty big milestone to have 48 cruises under your belt. How many in the chat? How many cruises y'all got under y'all belts? And Kristen is saying, Parker's, y'all gonna be on the Good Government Good Government Getaway.
Hey,
stay tuned.
Well, yes, because we've been talking about trying to get back to Virgin. I think that'll probably be the perfect opportunity to do it.
What?
The Good Government Kickback.
My group cruise.
Labor
Day 2025. Yeah, because I got a good government job.
That part.
But, so that's Labor Day 2025, Virgin Voyages. Good Government Getaway is my group cruise. You want to try Virgin or you like to cruise on holidays, that's for you. However, we actually have one that we'll be on together prior to that, and that's our kickback cruise on Celebrity Beyond, October
13.
13.
6 days, 5 nights.
Yes.
Do the math.
I just know it's in my schedule. I can never call the dates.
That is another government holiday too, so you can take less PTO. It's over a weekend. Columbus Day, is it? So another holiday, yes.
Shout out to Miss Penny. Miss Penny says she's been cruising since 1998. Charot has been on 10 cruises. Kristen says she'll be on 6 in September. And Kristen, that's Utopia of the Seas, girl. You fancy for number 6.
Okay.
So awesome. What else? So yeah.
Is Virgin Voyages cruise gonna be an all-women's cruise?
It will not be.
If it is, I'm not gonna be that person, and I'm not.
Brandon Parker. Regroup. Abort. So October is the kickback cruise on Celebrity Beyond, and we're actually somebody who's this. Kristen said, "Stop it." So, Celebrity Beyond, we're just having a kickback cruise. So this actually came out. We were on Celebrity Ascent, and because we were working so hard, thank you, Midships. Hey, Corey. Oh, it's so cool to hear. Yeah.
Midships is awesome.
I got to meet Corey on the Valor.
I'm jealous because let me tell you where I get my news update is Midships.
Yeah.
Because if I show somebody a news update video, I'm showing Brandon Midships. Midships, shout out.
Yeah, I think I met Corey like maybe he had 10,000 subs, and when I say like cool dude, humble, he got the best shot of me. He was like, "You want a picture?" On like the port of that long port in Cosmo. He got like one of my favorite cruise pictures, just like a solo. So he also has great videography skills too.
And the studio. Let's get
his studio.
That part. Midships, we need to talk. I need to get my studio.
Yeah, which Corey's buying a house too. Shout out to everybody buying a house in the chat. I think Corey's moving too, and I believe Corey said he's buying a house, so that studio's gonna move with him.
Oh, that's gonna be a fire studio.
Oh, and he's saying, and green hearts. No problem. Just keep up the good work, Corey. We appreciate you, and just being your wonderful self. I didn't even know he was a creator. Actually, another cruiser on the Valor said she was like, "Do you know that he's a content creator too?" And I was like,
He that chill.
Had no idea, and he's just blowing up. So, blessings to you, brother Corey.
Yes.
And hope to get back on the ship with you.
Yeah, for sure. We would love to meet you.
So, yeah.
For the Celebrity Beyond, we're going to come up with an itinerary and advertise it so you guys know what's going on the October cruise.
But exclusive? The birthday party?
The birthday party. So, a piece of what came out of why we were all decided, because we're only on Celebrity Ascent, we did the 3 days.
Yes.
So, and we were all working. I think I was recovering, but I was recovering and hungry. So I did some work, but Parkers are working their butts off on this SIG. Everybody, Travel Spree. Everybody's working their butt off, and we were like, we didn't have a good opportunity to hang with one another. So we just said let's do a kickback cruise. If you want to come, you can book it. I know Corey is also an agent, so Corey, you can book yourself. Join us on Celebrity Beyond. Yeah, you can, however you want to book. If you want to book it, we're travel agents. If you want to go through your own travel agent, if you just want to go through the Celebrity website, do that. But we appreciate you supporting our small businesses. We at first we just were okay, let's kick it back. And just get back on these edge class ships because they offered so much. We didn't have opportunity to hang with one another. So we were just let's call it a kickback cruise. Then yesterday we were sitting down and we were like, everybody's birthday. What can we do?
Everybody has milestone birthdays this year. Yeah.
So we are talking about doing a unbirthday birthday.
Yes.
Shout out to Alice in Wonderland, since so many of us are having milestone birthdays. And we ain't going to say which milestone we're having, but...
that ain't important. It's just a milestone.
Then we were talking about, discovering some of the places that we had not really discovered. So we were thinking cocktail parties. Not necessarily you got to pay extra for the cocktail party, but more or less let's get, fancy pants and all go to Eden together.
Yes.
What else we talking about?
Magic carpet. We definitely got to hit that.
The magic hour on the magic carpet.
Yeah, finding our post-up spot, kind of like we did on Icon, 1400 bar. How we did here, the Star Bar,
Ascent.
Yeah.
Found,
Ascent was the Martini Bar.
The Martini Bar.
Yeah. So definitely having those times where we're all come together and just getting to know each other, but also doing some fun stuff too. So our main feature is going to be the birthday party. And like we said, Alice in Wonderland theme, that part. So if you want to dress up, you can. But if not, it's all you. I might, because I like a good party.
A little cosplay?
I will not dress up. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I will not.
He's going to have a Mad Hatter hat. But at the minimum, a Mad Hatter hat.
Miss Penny said she really would like to try Celebrity. Hey, Miss Penny, jump on the cruise. October 13th, 2024, Celebrity Beyond. You can book it yourself or email Any of us, seeitwithc@gmail.com. What's y'all's contact?
parkersonthego16@gmail.com.
Yep, and we would love to have you. We're first we were just like have it like it's still like a very informal event, but it's some one thing to get people together. Just do a couple little activities. So if that's your jam, come on. Who else we got in the chat here? Let's see. What is the kickback? Have milestones this year. Wait, is the kickback the same as the birthday? Yes. So the kickback cruise is one because we want to spend time together, and two because a lot of us have milestone birthdays. So we're all coming together in October, and that's just it's not an official group cruise. It's just literally creator friends hanging together. Yeah, so you can book it however you want to book it. But we were sitting there yesterday and we were like, what are just some cool activities to, get the group together, make sure it just feels like a cohesive unit. So one of the activities on there is we're going to have an birthday party since a lot of us are celebrating milestone birthdays.
And some of
cool.
your favorite creators are going to be there too. So once we have a solid list of creators and everybody is booked and paid, we will list who wants to be told that they're going to be there, so you can know who your favorite creator is. But we have a nice little healthy list of creators that's going to be on this cruise. So if you want to meet some of your favorite creators, this is going to be the cruise to jump on.
Yep, I have my deposit, and they say, old folks say, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. It's one of the cruises that even though I haven't, usually I don't like to tell which cruises I'm on until I'm paid in full.
Right.
But it's one of the cruises that I said I am going to commit myself financially to because I don't like plans to fall through, excuse me. I like plans to fall through just because people had a great idea. So a few of us have paid deposits immediately, and then hopefully we get to that final payment day, which should be what? It was an October cruise, about August.
Yeah.
Final payment day.
Beginning of August. Yeah.
So yeah.
Kickback cruise for 2025.
We do. So if you can't make this one, we also, many of us booked Celebrity Excel, the inaugural selling for that one. And I'm pretty sure I want to get on that one because I got such a great deal.
Yes.
I got onboard credit, free drinks, and free Wi-Fi. So I would, again, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be on that one too. So Celebrity Excel. So yeah, if you want to kick back, November 2025, October 20. Oh, that little girl was so cute. October 2024. We got options for you. We got options, and don't feel like you need to book everything either, y'all. We know, life's, but. We want to, I think we just enjoy cruising. We want to hang with y'all. So we're just telling y'all to, hopefully you can come. So the chat has slowed down. We are about to, what time is it? Is it time for Jamie's?
It's
10:22. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks for coming in. I just want to talk about some of the major cruise events this weekend, which were, Carnival Freedom's funnel caught on fire. Thankfully, everybody's okay. Penny says I have 2 Disney cruise booked, so I will see you next year.
Okay.
I understand because I know. I definitely want to get back on Disney.
Yeah, and they just announced the Destiny. I know it's going to be crazy because we already saw what happened with the Treasure, but Lord, Disney gods, talk to us. We love sprinkle a little fairy dust.
We need a little Disney magic.
Yeah, we need a little Disney magic over here on Sit with C and Parkers on the Go. We like Disney too, but we want Disney on your dime.
At a very reduced
Or
rate.
a very reduced rate. We'll take that too.
Thank you, G. So we're going to end on G's comment. G says, we appreciate y'all for popping up and thanks for sharing the information. Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to cover, it was been a wild weekend in cruising. But thankfully, I'm minus the situation on Holland America, which it's Sunday. So we're going to say, we're going to send prayers to the crew, all those affected on Holland America. We're thankful that everybody on Carnival Freedom was okay. And they are able, actually they made port today to at least get to it. They got their port stop in and they're going to be able to finish their cruise as predicted.
For helping out with the fire.
Captain Planet.
He's your hero. And then we are thankful even for our own ship that the captain was able to make the experience as pleasant as possible and navigate us to some good weather. We didn't rock and roll too bad and no one was really sick or anything. So although a lot of shenanigans this weekend, it's been a great weekend in cruising, and I will see you in the next video.
Love it.
End.